Do that. Your first Carnival, you need to do that shit cheap so that you can learn how Carnival works, because if you don't, you'll be stressed and crying like I was last year. Yeah, click the wave. Yeah. Hey Wanda. So yeah, how did I get all of my gear on? There's how did I get all of my gear on? There's a space called the Camarim. I think I'm saying that
Did
right.
a famous person come in
Yeah, we'll get to that. And so that's where a lot of the muses get their costumes on. Everybody has robes that say Musa with their face on it, likely. I was the only Musa who did not have a robe. That's a whole other conversation. He did. Edric was kind of pissed that I was the only Musa who did not have a robe, and I sent a text message about it, and that person laughed at me. But all the Musas are walking around in their robes, and they're getting their makeup and their hair pulled back and all this good stuff. You know, that's where you get you put on your costume. But here's the thing: if you are not a Musa or a queen, you get dressed wherever the hell you can get dressed.
Which you may be outside behind a dumpster. I mean.
The girls
saw that in Menchie's.
Yes.
I
got this behind a dumpster last year.
She got naked in the street and like started putting her stuff on. I was like,
I got naked in the street at the end of the parade. Thank God for girls like Wanda and Andrea.
But I saw that.
So like I had to get naked. I said Andrea. But I had to get naked as well at the end of the parade, because they don't care that you're a Musa. At the end of the parade, get out and do what you got to do. But
behind the police.
But yeah, behind the military police, I was pretty much naked. Thank God for the girls like making human shields around me while I took off all of that stuff.
So nothing would have happened to you, but they was lit.
But where you get dressed is that there is this basically like a modular unit. Like Aja asked me this question. Aja went to high school with me, so she knows what a modular unit is from Southwest DeKalb. And there's like the lighted mirrors.
Multiple rooms in there?
No, okay. It's like
a trailer.
It's trailer with like 4 dressing rooms basically. Okay. But there's a long wall of lighted mirrors so you can get your makeup done, and there's a couple of sofas so you can like put your shoes on and stuff.
That knows what they do.
Right. So you have to all of that is where you get ready. The thing is that if they get busy, you're kind of on your own to get dressed, and so that's why you need an apoyo. So some people choose a female apoyo so that she can come into the comedy.
I didn't know that.
Edric could go in, but I think that a lot of people leave their male. What I've witnessed is that most people leave their male apoyos outside, while the women are in there, because the reality is that women are in there stark naked getting ready. You know what I mean? Like it's just you have to get get ready. But there's gay men in there helping you pull and tuck and pin and glitter up and oil up. They're helping you as best they can. Hey Cassandra. And they're talking to you while you're getting ready, and you and your makeup artist are having a conversation, and then some famous hyena, queen of a like a samba celebrity, will come into the room. And so for us,
samba, but she just famous.
Well, for us, it happened to be Claire Paixão, who samba's down. And I had a moment because I'm getting my makeup done, and Edric loves some Claire Paixão. I love Claire Paixão. I do. And so, I'm getting my makeup done, and she comes in and she goes, "E aí, galera!" And I look over, and it's like, she's here, she's the queen of all Carnaval, and she is so gorgeous.
She fine, man.
Oh my God! So that was cool to have her waltz in and shout us out, "E aí, galera!" And I was like, Simone. And so then we there's another one of the princesses of Carnaval came in. Her face is gorgeous as well, but she looks to me before makeup gorgeous. However, her makeup completely changed her face. She looks like a completely different person. It's a beautiful face, but it's a complete. So that's something those are the things that you notice in the comedy. And that's where you get dressed. And sometimes your makeup artist will help you glitter your butt, and sometimes they won't. You just have to work all of those details out before you get into the comedy. And so that's where you get dressed. Edric had the last minute. I heard the fireworks. That's the sign that your school is getting ready to parade. Mm-hmm. The fireworks are popping off, and I run outside the trailer, you know.
She's yelling at me
and I'm like, come. And he's like, huh? And I'm like,
no,
get your ass over here and help me get dressed, you know.
Look,
so.
In my defense, I had been standing in the same spot for 3 hours, holding
my big old feathers.
Holding her back piece, her feathers. I've been staring in one spot for like 3 hours, so I was a little bit.
All I knew was if I was doing this, and he was like, and I was just like, bring your ass, help me.
My back is against the wall. This is not a test. It's the real deal. Help me. Help me. Nigga. Help me.
Help me.
Facebook isn't gonna like that very much.
Whatever. I was having a moment. So Edric is like trying, and my feathers aren't going where they need to go. And this makeup artist who was trying to get my business, this makeup artist called me Negress.
That was a compliment. I haven't heard that since like 1989.
He called me Negress. And I literally messed up the girl doing my makeup because I started laughing so hard. I have not heard anybody use that word in person ever, except like on TV.
Is that a real word?
Yes, it's a real word. But it's just like now in 2019. No, but it's like, it's just an old school way of calling black woman, you know what I mean? Like tigress, she's negress, you know? And like, he said, I did a girl whose makeup was like a girl who looked like me. He's like, did I see you at Sidaji de Samba yesterday? And I was like, no. And I knew who he was talking about because I get tagged in this girl's photos all the time. And so I knew who he was talking about. I don't know her name, but I get tagged in her photos. And so he goes, yeah, she looks like you, you know, she's negress like you. I cackled. This man, this 60-something-year-old white man called me negress to my face. Hollered, okay, because I could not. Yes, negress, Rachel. Yes, I hollered because I was like, I could not believe that happened. You know, he was like, "Is it offensive?" And I was like, I mean, it's not offensive, but it's just old. It's an antiquated word. Like, you probably don't want to say that anymore. When I'm trying to like get dressed, Edric is like struggling to get like my feathers like in the pay.
Her feather, her back piece was crooked.
Yeah, they made my back piece a little wonky. And so the makeup artist that called me Negress came out and helped us. And he's like, I've never done this before, and was able to do it pretty quickly. But, you know, we get to the place. That's where they start pulling me back and forth. So you get dressed in a trailer if you can. If you're not Musa, you show up to the Sambadrome fully dressed in your costume, or you just get dressed in the street. Nobody else really has space to get dressed other than
I don't think
Musa. And that's why I say they don't
have a tent out there.
They don't have nothing. If you're not Musa or Queen, they have nothing for you. Which is why I say do your first parade as cheaply as possible. If you have never done Carnaval before, if you're deciding to parade for the first time, do that parade as cheaply as possible. Do not do Musa for your first time. Don't do it for your first parade because you will miss the parade, as two girls that I know did. They missed their spots because once you cross the Inicio, the start line, they can't insert you into the parade.
You're like on national,
and you're on national television.
National, global, whatever.
If your special group is international TV, but for my school, it was just national. They missed their spots by like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Did not get to parade. Paid all this money for the Musa spot. Paid all that money for those costumes, for their makeup, for their shoes.
Didn't really know where everybody was supposed to go, right?
That doesn't matter. That's the thing that we expect as Americans, that like when I'm parading, you pay for something, they're going to give you all of the details. That is not how it works here.
You got to network and know people.
People, you have to make friends. That's the only way you learn things. That's the only way you get the stuff that you need for Carnival. The only way. So that's what I'm saying. First Carnival, if you're planning a parade, do it as cheaply as possible so that you just learn the lay of the land.
Get to know some people.
get to know people, make friends,
Make
learn who
friends.
makes costumes.
If you don't like to talk to people, first of all, like, don't come here. Like, I know that's blunt, you know what I mean? But if you're like really antisocial, like Rio is it's gonna be difficult, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so.
Is the headwear heavy?
It is what it is.
I'm sorry, next question.
What?
Is the headpiece heavy? When you have feathers on it, yes, it can be. If you have, I didn't have any head feathers on my headpiece, so no, my headpiece was not heavy at all. It was actually, I probably could have done a lot more of this. What was heavy was the ponytail that I had custom made. Yes, I had a ponytail custom made, and I'm glad I did because it had the texture of hair that I actually wanted to have for the parade. So it actually looked like the picture that I drew for the designer. So that worked out perfectly. But bye, Wanda. Thank you for watching. The back piece is heavy though, to the point where I could not samba the way I wanted to. This back piece was significantly heavier. If you go to my YouTube, go to my Instagram at Dine with Dani, you'll see how big those feathers are. And they may not look big to you, but they're pretty large. They're much heavier than the feathers I had last year, so I really couldn't samba the way I wanted to samba. So yeah, that was a thing. Was it fun?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was so much fun. You're tired, but it's so much fun, and it doesn't become fun until you